Hey friends, welcome back to another speed build. I'm Lumvia and we are building in an apartment here in San Myshuno on the fountain view penthouse. So with this, I wanted to do something a little different. We are going to try out eclectic design or decorating. And I'm really hoping that I'm saying that word correctly. If I'm not, please let me know below in the comment section because yeah, I looked it up on Google and heard it, but we shall see. And I figured this design will be perfect for an artistic sim, since the sim does work in the painter field and also enjoy doing woodworking. And they have a small child that's interested in those little gremlin-like toys. You'll see when we get to her bedroom. They're not gremlins, but I don't know what to call them. So I decided to keep the shape of this build and change up the whole layout while switching some of the darker columns into white and also change some of the natural bricking into a white painted brick. What made me go with this style is that I wanted to do something that pushes me outside of my normal decorating that I usually do. And we're going with this using the colors blue, orange, yellow, and greens. But of course, most likely the greens are going to come from plants. Plus, thanks to Google, I'm not gonna lie, with their new AI functioning part of it, it super helped me kind of narrow down what I kind of want as a style and aesthetic. I also wanted to try out some platforms since I rarely use them in my builds, and it helps me kind of prepare for future builds if I want to do something much different. We're basically in a testing phase of learning new skills, basically. So we are going to start with the kitchen and using this gorgeous blue cabinet set from the base game, which I'm starting to realize I've gotten kind of hooked to it. And then we're going to work with this gorgeous backsplash, which I would love to have more patterns with, or something similar to this in the future. I just love this print so much. The cool thing about eclectic builds, I'm starting to realize as I research more into it, you usually get a chance to really mix different types of colors, patterns, and textures to pull a whole room together. So you're going to see me stick with the colors that I mentioned earlier, and then I'm going to dabble in some neutrals, just so I don't go kind of crazy using other colors outside the set I mentioned earlier. And then you'll see me add some final decor items to the kitchen area, but I made sure to leave at least 2 spots for Sims to place down a meal. That way, not all of the counter space has been completely cluttered. Oh, before I forget, this apartment will have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. I usually mention it earlier when introducing a build, but I forgot. Anyway, now we are moving on over to the cute little dining area where we are using chairs from high school years, and I stuck with the blue theme. As you can kind of see, there's like a hint of blue in each chair. That way we still have a running theme of color. And off to the side here, I kind of kept things kind of simple since it's so narrow for the Sims to walk through. Like it's decorated, but it's not overwhelming with decor. Then in this little hallway area, I decided to go with a tall planter since these walls are 3 levels high, so the items kind of sort of take up more space. Alright, the living room. So I just love using the Cozy Kish kit items. I use the items from this one kit all the time because they're just perfect in colors and style for any setting. Plus the cushions on the sofa and the love seat makes it super cozy and realistic. I've also been testing out layouts that I've kind of found them on Pinterest, which allowed me to create this double seating area. It's for areas where there's like a fireplace on the opposite side and the rooms are kind of narrow. So I decided to go with this unique and fun layout. I didn't want to kind of double up on the orange on both sides because I felt like it'd be overwhelming for this area. Plus, I've already kind of cut out the idea of it when I tried it, and yeah, it hurt my eyes. Now, if you don't want orange, you can easily change this into any gorgeous color. I love the green also, if there's something more of your speed for this area. Or just in general, you can kind of switch it up to any way you want. I don't care. I just love sharing my builds with you all, since I'm playing the game or trying to play the game. If you know, you know. This game has crashed on me, kid you not, at least 4 times while building this build. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's related to San Myshuno area. I just know it crashed way too many times for me when I was building, so I was constantly saving. But yeah, back on the orange. I use orange because I rarely ever use it in my builds, and I feel like it would be a perfect time to finally use it. And on the opposite side, I kept things pretty neutral and cozy and using hints of color of like the green planters along the wall. Then you're gonna see me add some decor items on the other side where these shelves also came from the Cozy Kish kit. I've been dying to use these shelves for so long, and I figured this is the perfect space to stack and use them to really display decor items. Plus, I feel like we are lacking in paintings. Like, I know we have them, but I feel like we are overdue for some upgraded versions that's more modernized and can actually match with different styles a little bit better. Like, the game did come out in 2015, so it's like 10 years, and we're definitely overdue for some upgrades. I'll be honest, this little walkway area is kind of empty and spacious. If you want to, you could add like a desk off to the side, which I might do when I do play on this lot, because there's only like one desk in this whole build, which is in the master's bedroom. Well, there is a child's desk in her bedroom, but I just like having extra desks because you know the Sims like to sit down randomly at different places to either study, eat, read a book, so extra seating is always great. But yeah, I decided to go with a bookcase and a spot for a dog or a cat to actually sleep in. Over in the master bedroom, I went with this funky like bed. I like it because it's very mid-century in style, and it came from the Get Famous expansion pack. Honestly, I love mid-century Scandinavian style. I love it so much. That's pretty much my personal dream bedroom design. But anyway, this bedroom furniture set all came from the pack, and it's perfect with being eclectic because there's plenty of textures, patterns, and colors for this bedroom. Which I just realized we are more likely to get a full set of furniture for a bedroom compared to a living room. Now that's something to think about. I just know we have had multiple sofa items, but no matching love seats, and it drives me mad. Then of course, I'm adding a little corner desk area that came together easily using the Dream Home Decorator game pack and a few decor items, and that's pretty much it for this bedroom as I'm still adding the final touches. Now we are working on a kid's bedroom for a little girl. I'm thinking maybe she's about 7 or 8 in age, and is super excited about these little stuffed animals that many kids enjoy getting. I know when I was like that age, Care Bears were in, along with Beanie Babies. I've had definitely plenty of Beanie Babies back in my kid years, and just how I said that, yo, I'm constantly reminded I'm a 90s kid. Anyway, so with that in mind, I wanted to kind of bring that type of energy into her bedroom using this bed that came from the kids' room pack, which I would only suggest buying on sale. It's useful if you do family gameplay, but it's very limited in styles to me. But I also like it because you get a kind of blend of both girly and superhero themed items. But yeah, I wanted her room to be quirky, fun, and bright using these beautiful colors. We are now moving on over to the single small bathroom that I had to rework multiple times since I made the decision to add double doors, but realistically, now that I kind of look at it, I could have just made a central door in the front. I don't know what I was thinking. Hopefully you all just, move the door around, make y'all lives a whole lot easier. Either way, it was a fun little challenge that I got to do. So I decided to go with the shower and tub combo, along with a sink, toilet, and a mirror. The usual essentials for a bathroom. But you'll also see me add in some colorful decor, like this bright yellow medicine cabinet and the rug set that's also a very good addition to this little area. Okay, with this open space area, you can pretty much use it for anything you want. I went with my son being a painter, so I decided to make this like a somewhat indoor-outdoors painting studio with all of this lovely, beautiful lighting. And I decided to use the artist studio kit because I haven't used it that often in my builds, and I wanted to use this amazing yellow swatch with paint splatters all over it. I just love the extra details and the extra swatches that we get that actually kind of look like items that have been used, or what I would assume would be used by someone who loves or enjoys painting. So when building in this area, I've realized just how useful these items are, and if you want to spend the $5, this probably would be reasonable to buy if you're interested in like realistic items and seem to enjoy being artistic, because they even have a woodworking table that also has this soft yellow swatch that I added into this little area. Finally, we are moving on outside, where you'll see me add some final decor items that I figured would be useful in a small space like this. From planters, a grill, and a little seating area. Then on the opposite side, you'll eventually see me add like a tiny dog run area that's perfect to train their dogs in case, they want to show their dogs or set up for a contest. But honestly, you can kind of switch that areas up to anything you all would like. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed this build. I believe you can download this build from the gallery under Lumvia. I'll leave a comment if I can somehow upload it. I haven't uploaded an apartment building in such a long time, so I hope we can still do that. And if you liked this video and hopefully this made you smile, leave a cozy little like and subscribe to join the Soft Soul Squad. Until next time, stay cozy, dreamy, and kind. Bye y'all.